Hi, everyone. Welcome to Broke Teachers Travel. I'm Marnie.
And I'm Jeff.
And we did something fun today.
Yeah, we went to the Festival of the Arts in Destin, Florida. One of the coolest things, our name is Broke Teacher Travel. When you can't go to see all the great arts of the world and things like that, a lot of times it comes close to you, believe it or not. Unlike a lot of the festivals that we've attended in the past, this was absolutely free and there was no parking fee. So we went in there, saw some amazing artists, talked to some people, saw great art, listened to great music, and it cost us nothing. That's my kind of date.
Yes, it is. Now, the festival is actually presented by the Mattie Kelly Arts Foundation, and Mattie Kelly was a very important person in the Destin area. She and her husband brought the fishing and tourism industry to that area. And along with that, she was a philanthropist and a big fan of the arts. She herself actually was a musician, and she wrote poetry, which I thought was really cool. But she had a big appreciation for all arts.
One of the things when we look at this kind of area of Florida, and really all of Florida, we see it grown up, touristy, things like that. But remember, 100 years ago, it was hard-pressed to get anybody down here full-time and things like that. And to just see, even since we've been in this area, how much Destin has grown, how much the tourist industry in Panama City Beach has grown, and it's
Pensacola, the whole Gulf Coast, basically.
And it's really changed into more of a family tourist kind of area where people can go and appreciate the arts even more.
Yeah.
This is a foundation that seeks to make the art accessible to people along the Emerald Coast. I was also reading that they have children's functions and things like that, which was something that, I thought was really impressive.
Yeah, because you reel them in when they're young,
right,
and get them to love it. If you'd like more information about the Mattie Kelly Arts Foundation, we're going to include the link to their website below in the description for our video.
Yeah, I have to say that this was so much larger than I was expecting.
Me too.
I
agree.
I thought there would be maybe 10 or 15 artists there. I don't know how many total, but
it was a lot.
But it was all over the place.
It was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's actually been going on for 28 years though. And It seems to be, from everything I've heard, it's growing larger every year, which is amazing because I thought it was pretty big now.
Right, absolutely.
I'm excited to see what it's going to bring in the future.
Yeah, and this is something that we're going to pencil in and go back to every year.
Definitely.
The event, it not only had art, but it had music, which was free. And it had, the first band was blues, kind of jazz. They actually had an MC, a comedian, and then they had different kind of genres of music throughout the day. They also had some very, very good food trucks. Mm-hmm. This was one of the things that, I remember when Marnie first started talking about food trucks, several years ago. I was like, oh, I'm not eating out of it. And now, they actually make great food.
Yes.
We had we had Chinese. We split a bento box. Is that what we had?
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Yeah, it was. While we were there, we saw some amazing art. I mean, beautiful art. There were artists from across the United States as well as Europe. So it wasn't just limited to like locals. It was very impressive.
And it wasn't just visual art. It wasn't just painting. There was
there was pottery,
ceramics,
jewelry making.
The guy that had the moving windmills.
They even had basket making. There were all different types of art. I even saw sculptures, like metal sculptures that were absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know how they made those, but they are amazing.
Now, we even spoke to a couple of artists who works for an exhibit at this event. We met Mr. Willie Morris, a former teacher. In fact, Mr. Morris was kind enough to let us ask him a few questions.
Yeah, we're going to include the video right here so you can meet Mr. Morris as well.
Hey guys, this is Jeff from Broke Teacher Travel. We're here at an art festival in Destin, Florida. Remember, we talked about when you can't go to the world's great museums, you go and you find artists all over the world. And right now we're here with Mr. Morris, and he's got some great pencil artwork, and stuff's just amazing. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Willie Morris. I'm from Panama City for 25 years. Former art teacher there, and decided not to teach anymore. Went to college and taught there on the college level as well, and decided it's my time to start producing artwork again.
So when did you start drawing?
Little kid. It's all infant stages from a little kid, and that kind of was motivated by my art teacher, and continued to do that. And led to a scholarship, and here I am.
Well, you have some amazing work.
We also met Mr. Ricky Steele, an artist whose work does a beautiful job of capturing the emotion of both historical figures as well as those special moments in life.
You know, as a history teacher and a coach, his art really spoke to me. You know, here are some of the works that he had on display today. You know, I think... You know, I think for me, there was, there were so many pieces about, sports figures like LeBron and Kobe and Michael Jordan. And there were also pieces.
Muhammad Ali.
There was, some Muhammad Ali. He had some of, musicians, founder of jazz, Louis Armstrong, people like that. And he had this whole wall with the Tuskegee Airmen on, which I thought that was really, really cool, and I really appreciated that art. And when I was talking with you, you said it spoke to you a little bit differently. How was that?
It did. It's all the emotion that's behind his work. He just captures it beautifully. I don't even know how to explain it. You can feel it when you look at his pictures. He has a picture of a couple, and it's basically saying that true love lasts forever, and it's an older couple. And when you look at that picture, you just see it. You see the love.
At some point, I would really like to get a piece of his artwork for my classroom, because it has a historical value plus the art. And one of the things that we talk about a lot is that when you look at all of the great artists, and we've seen, Sistine Chapel, we've seen Michelangelo, Da Vinci, and things like that. And, those artworks, they speak to us in the same level that those great artists do.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's probably one of the most amazing things anytime, whether it's through music, whether it's through visual art, sculpture, or whatever, that you could get that human emotion. That's really, really where it's at.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We had a great time at this event. It was so much fun. We got outside. We got to be in the sunshine a little bit.
The weather was amazing.
We got to see great art. We got to eat good food, and we got to listen to beautiful music. It was great. And to me, art festivals bring out the best in people. They really do. There's a mutual love and appreciation among those who not only create the art, but those who love it. And to be able to have conversations and talk about these pieces with each other is just one of the best experiences ever.
And for guys like me, the rest of my family have artistic abilities. They could play music, they could draw, they could do things like that. But I could tell you, I have none of those gifts. But I can tell you that there's not a person in the world that appreciates art more than I do.
Yeah, both of our children are very talented musicians, and our son is an artist as well, and it's impressive to see what all they can do, and to know that there are so many children that are going to come through the school system in the future, and now that will someday be a great artist. I think that's a cool thing to think about as well.
It's one of those things that I was talking to somebody today, and in our interview, and I said, "When did you start?" And he said, "When I was a kid." And as a teacher, there's no telling how many times that, you know, I look and there's a doodle or there's a picture or there's an anime character or a superhero. And you know, I've actually had friends of mine in the profession like, oh, don't do that, man. I love it, you know. Absolutely.
That's going to be a future comic book artist or something one day, you know.
And encourage their passions, you know.
Yes, 100%, always, because I think that is so important. And the arts are good for you.
Right.
I mean, they make you a well-rounded, healthy person who appreciates a lot of different things.
And it's corny to say, but it's good for your soul.
It absolutely is. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love talking about the adventures that we go on, and we want to share your adventures as well. So drop us a comment. Tell us where you've been, where you're going. We want to talk travel. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. And follow us on socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. And we even have a website, broketeacherstravel.com. So leave us a comment anywhere. We always want to talk travel with everybody. And remember, break the monotony.
Not the bank.
Bye, guys.
Have a great week.